Hey guys, Tish here from Black Sheep Finance, and today I'm going to be talking about how to boost your home deposit. Now, sometimes the thought of actually buying your first house can seem daunting, and it's a lot of money you have to come up with. But the trick is you have to get started. A pile of money isn't just going to appear in your bank account overnight. Yes, you may win the lottery, but the likelihood is very, very unlikely. So you need to start taking action to actually save towards a deposit. And you need to have goals. So the first thing you need to do is actually sit down with an advisor or mortgage broker and determine exactly what you're working towards. You need a plan. So you need to know what your borrowing capacity is and what sort of price range you're looking at, and then someone will calculate for you how much you need. So you need to first of all understand what you're working towards, what that sum is. Is it 40 grand? Is it 50 grand? Is it 60 grand? What is it? How much money have you already got, and how much are you going to get towards? Now, the first thing you should be doing after you've got your goal in mind is really looking at ways not only to reduce your expenses, but also increase your income. And there's lots of really cool creative strategies out there. So I've put together a list and I'm going to be going through it really quick for you guys. So here we go. I've actually got more than 21, so there's a couple of bonuses for you guys. Selling stuff on Gumtree and eBay. I'm a massive fan of Gumtree and I've fleeced heaps of stuff. I went to the Philippines last year. I hadn't actually prepared any savings at all, so I ended up fleecing all this stuff on Gumtree, and within about 2 weeks I got $2,000, which funded my whole holiday. And in terms of eBay, I got a friend who's like the eBay queen, and she has just picked up some unbelievable bargains and sold them for ridiculous prices. So I've got permission from her to share her examples. So she found a jar for 10 cents and then sold that for $60 on eBay. And then she found an old map in an op shop for $1 and sold that for $50. So sell the stuff that you don't need. There's this thing called the 30-day minimalism challenge, where you get rid of, on day one, you get rid of one thing. Day two, you get rid of two things, and so on and so on. So at the end of 30 days, like on your 30th day, you get rid of 30 things. At the end of those 30 days, I think you get rid of over 450 pieces of stuff from your house. And that can be anything. It can be rubbish, it can be clothes, furniture. You can either donate, throw out, or sell that stuff. So Google 30-day minimalism challenge and go sell some stuff. You can easily get a couple of grand. So that's number one. Number two, pack your lunch. So I myself am guilty of this. I'm terrible when it comes to food. And when you buy food every single day, you know, breakfast, lunch, dinner, there's a lot going out of your pocket. So pack your lunch. Number two, don't buy coffee. So again, this is something that I'm guilty of. If you buy coffee, so assuming there's 52 weeks in a year, and you have holidays for 4 weeks, there's 48 weeks left. If you buy coffee at $4.50 every single day for 5 days, that's over $1,000 a year. Now, maybe you don't want to be without your coffee, either go to instant, go to pods, or cut back. You know, maybe reward yourself and go, okay, well, maybe I only have coffee for 2 days out of the week. Then you're saving $500. Really, really simple things. Now, when you make these changes, if you're making savings, the trick is you have to actually then put that money aside into your account. So you've got to create a separate account, call it your home deposit account, actually label it. And then create a direct debit in cycle with your pay cycle and start small and then incrementally build up. If you've made the decision, I'm going to stop coffee, you need to actually increase your direct debit by, what's that, so about $22.50 a week. So if you're deciding to cut out coffee. So you need to actually take that money out of your account. You can't just not drink coffee and hope that you'll have more money left over at the end, because you won't. You'll find something else to spend it on. You've got to actually put that money aside with direct debits, and every time you make a decision to cut something out, then you need to put that money aside. And when we're talking about cutting stuff out, this is not long-term. It's short-term pain for long-term gain. If you are looking to buy a house, you will need to build a deposit if you haven't got people to help you out to go guarantor or anything like that. So you have to hustle. Think of it as your home deposit hustle, where you just go hard for 1 year or 2 years and you will get there. But you've got to sacrifice if you want to achieve. What are we up to? 4. Dinner with friends instead of going out. You don't always have to go out. if you're going out and meeting friends, say 3 times a week, cut back once. So instead of going, having a breakfast on a Sunday, dinner on a Friday night, and also dinner on Tuesday, just cut out Tuesday. So if you just cut out $40 a week, then again that builds up. But again, if you're going to make that decision and only limit yourself, so if people want to catch up with you, you've got 2 time slots. That's all you're going to give people where you actually go out to eat. So anytime someone else wants to catch up, say, come on over, let's just hang out at mine. But then again, you've got to go, okay, well, I'm choosing not to have that Tuesday catch up. I'd normally spend $40. I'm now going to increase my direct debit an extra $40 a week. So you've got to make these decisions each time. 5, public transport. So if you are driving to work and paying for parking, that is ridiculous. Parking is ridiculous. Sometimes you have to, in most cases you don't. Catch public transport. If you're already doing that, ride a bike. Find a way. Number 6, market research. So there are companies out there that will pay you for your opinion, which is similar to mystery shopping. So you can actually register with these organisations and they will pay you to go out. So do some Google research if you want to jump on that one. Number 7, so similar medical testing. So I know some people may not be okay with being guinea pigs, but some of these testings are really, really simple and you can get a couple $100. So CMAX is one of the ones that does that. So look up CMAX if you want to register for one of their trials. They give you all the information about what's involved, and often it's not very intrusive and there's not much risk to you. So again, every time you make extra money, put it in your home deposit account. Coin jar. So my brother did this, and he ended up getting like thousands of dollars. He'd go out, and every time he bought something, he'd always put his coins in a jar. I've started doing this as well. So I've got a little pig. I should actually open it up and see how much I got in there. But anytime I got loose change, put it in the pig, put it in your coin jar, get something that's cool, and just put it there. It's better, I think, if you can't see it, because then when you, if it's clear, you can kind of see how much is in there. But if you get like a little animal, like I've got a little pig from Bank SA that I put my coins in, and then I think I actually took that money out to fund something else. I had like $500 in there, but I've since restarted that. So get a coin jar. Lost super bank accounts. So I did some research on this last night, and there's this site. It's called, I'll put it in the link afterwards. It's moneysmart.gov.au/tools-and-resources/find unclaimed money. I'll put the link because you won't be able to remember that. So this is a government website, so it's not a scam, okay, guys? You type your name in, and you can see if you've got unclaimed money. So I typed my name in, no results, bugger. So I thought, I'll put some other names in. So I put some friends' names in, no results. Then I put my dad's name in, and he came up. Okay, so my dad has unclaimed money. One account, $5.40, not exciting. The other account, $1,644.44. And I was like, holy shit. So I emailed him last time, like, hey Dad, guess what? I found some extra cash for you. And he was stoked. He's like, wow, you've made my day. So it's not a scam. Check out the website. You might have some unclaimed money. Same thing with unclaimed super. I found almost $3,500 last year. I did an unclaimed super thing. Obviously, super, that's not actual cash, so it can't go towards your home deposit. But hey, $3,500 that I had somewhere, which I don't know about. Ask for a pay rise. A lot of people don't have the confidence to ask for a pay rise. They're not going to fire you if you ask for a pay rise. All they're going to go is say no. But when you go in to ask for something, you can't just ask for no reason. Say, look, I really want to step up. I want to do more in the business. I'd like to get more involved. I know there might not be any other job opportunities, but can I take on some extra responsibility, and can we consider looking at a pay increase for that? So you've got to offer something in return if you want a pay rise. You just can't go, hey, pay me more, and I'll do the same job. It doesn't work like that. Get a second job. So, again, understand, guys, I'm not telling you to stop spending money and everything and go work like a pig forever. It's your hustle year or your hustle 2 years. So get a second job. A friend of mine, she did night fill at a supermarket, which is way below her pay grade and qualification education level. But she did that to fund her holidays, and she would then happily go on holidays several times a year, spending thousands of dollars, because that was all saved from her night fill job. So night fuel, weekend work, because obviously weekend work, if you're going to go in retail, you get a much higher hourly pay. Do you have any skills? You could tutor math, you could tutor music. Do you like sport? You could do umpiring in sport. You get extra cash from that as well. Old private health insurance claims. So again, when I was hustling last year, you get lazy sometimes when you go to get a service, and obviously you can claim that gap. And sometimes you put the receipt somewhere. So when I needed money, I just went through all my receipts to try and find it, and I think I was owed about almost $400. So I claimed that. So make sure that if you have got any receipts lying around, that you go and claim your health gaps. Tax refunds. So most people, if you're PAYG, as in you're employed, you will generally get a tax refund. Put that away. Or just make a decision, go, okay, well, if I get over $1,000, I'm going to decide to put that $1,000 in my home deposit account, and the rest I'm going to treat myself with. Don't just bank on that as free money, okay? You need to do something with that. And just set that amount in your head before you get it. So, okay, whatever it is, no matter what, I'm putting $1,000 in my home deposit, or decide to put half in your home deposit account. Cancel your house cleaner, gardener. I mean, you might not have a house cleaner or a gardener, but if you do, cancel it. Don't be lazy. Do it yourself. Save some money. Review all your utilities. So I went through and did this last year, because sometimes when you sign up to stuff and you get on plans, you just let it go and you don't realise how much you're spending. So I reviewed all my stuff last year, and one of them was my mobile phone. Because I had then home internet, at the time I signed up for my mobile plan, I was paying a lot extra to get more gig, which I don't need anymore. So I ended up dropping my plan by $40 a month, because I didn't need that extra plan anymore. So it's just go through all your utilities, your gas, electricity. You can always get other quotes to see what you can do better. But $40 a month, that's a massive difference. It's over $400 a year just because I bothered to make that phone call. And similarly, review all your debts. So what number are we up to now? I think 16. Review all your debts. So it's important that you do actually have this conversation with a mortgage broker, because depending on your borrowing capacity, if you have a credit card with whatever amount owing, again, this is general advice, it may not be advisable to focus on paying that down, because you may be able to maintain that while still saving and actually buying a house. So you need to understand what you should be paying off first, but you can switch over to the interest-free periods with credit cards. It's not always advisable, because sometimes people continually do that and they get an active credit file. So again, make sure you get the right advice. But reviewing your debts is just making sure, what interest rates are you paying, what repayments are you committed to, and can you lower that or extend it out. Okay, so renting out some of your stuff. So there are organisations out there where you can rent out your wardrobe. So if you have high-end dresses, go to justonce.com.au. So same thing, instead of buying, like if you're into high fashion, completely fine. Instead of buying a Zimmermann jumpsuit, go and hire one for that event. Or vice versa, if you own a Zimmermann jumpsuit, hire it out to somebody else. Go to justonce.com.au. You can hire out your car. So Drive My Car, hire out a room. So Airbnb, obviously you don't own your own house yet because you're looking to save, but maybe you do own your own house and you want to pay your mortgage off faster, but you don't really want to have a full-time person living with you. Airbnb, you don't have to own the house to rent out a room. Airbnb, and also if you go out on holidays, if you're away for 2 weeks, rent out your property for those 2 weeks on Airbnb. So that's what I'm going to be doing when I finish my renovations here, is that I'm probably going to be looking into Airbnb and just seeing how I go with it. Just test it out. Register with Uber. So if you have 4 doors on your car and it's a later model, I'm not sure if it's like what year it is, if it's after 2008 or whatever, register with Uber. You don't have to actually sit there the whole time. I got an Uber recently. I was chatting to the guy and I said, how long have you been doing this for? Why are you doing it? And he said that he was saving to go overseas. And all he would do is when he was driving somewhere on the way home from work or to a friend's, whatever, he would just turn on his app, see who was in the area, and just pick up someone on the way. So you don't have to necessarily dedicate your time to this, but if you register with Uber, you can literally turn it on and turn it off at any point and do a pickup when you're in the area. And that's easy money. You're already driving, you're already out there on the road. God, we're almost at 21. I've got some bonus ones, it's okay. So practice some self-control. We are in February. Let's do frugal February. So monitor your actual spending. If you go through your accounts, you can see what you're actually spending. If you're withdrawing a lot of cash and you're paying cash for things, you can't actually track that. So try for a month just paying things on card, preferably not credit card. If you do debit card, and then you look at your actual transaction account online, you can see where all your money is going. You go, oh my God, I'm spending so much money on this and this and this. Often we don't know what we spend our money on. We just spend it. And if it's cash, you can't track it. So do this little exercise for a month. Just pay everything through your bank account so you can track it, see what you're actually spending, and then make the conscious decision to cut back. And just think twice when you actually go to buy something. Do you actually need it? What do you want more? Do you really want this, I don't know, fancy t-shirt for $100, or do you want your house? At the end of the day, if you want something bad enough, you'll make it happen. You've got to hustle, okay? That's why it's called home deposit hustle. 20, I think we're up to. So ask cash for presents. So if it's your birthday or Christmas or whatever, just tell everyone in your life, look guys, I'm saving for a home. I really love cash. And if you say that, don't just say, oh, give me cash. Say, look, I'm saving for a home. This is my year of sacrifice. This is my year of home deposit hustle. They will more than likely want to help you out and give you more cash. And actually say, look, this is my home deposit account. Really love you to help me out. This is my goal. People will jump on board and help support you. So ask for cash, but also tell people that it's for your home deposit, and maybe they'll kick in a little bit extra. So now we're on to the bonuses. Or was it 20? I don't know. Crafts. So make some stuff. So you can sell on Etsy, you can sell on eBay. If you're obviously into that or not, you can make furniture, you can make anything and sell it. So similarly on, 22, so upcycle, go garage sailing. So I love garage sales. You can get some absolute bargains, so you can just buy and sell. So if you like my friend's example where she bought that jar for what she paid, 10 cents. And then sold it for $60. So you can buy and sell. If you're into, I love that. So if you're into that sort of thing, then definitely give that a go. Go garage selling, upcycle, do some crafty stuff, and just make sure that every time you do this stuff, it's for that goal of home deposit. Every time you make this extra cash or the extra savings, it must go in this account. Run errands. So Airtasker, you can get anything done on Airtasker. If you want something delivered, if you want someone to build IKEA furniture, you can pay someone to do that. And on the other side, you can be that person that they pay. So register with Airtasker and you can sign up for ridiculous jobs that people will pay you for. So same thing with delivery. You don't have to be a courier driver to do delivery. If you just have a van or a ute, post up on Gumtree, post up on Airtasker, I have a van or a ute. If you want something picked up and delivered, I can do that for you. There's real easy money in that. Where are we? Extra bonuses. So, wash cars. Again, ask your friends, ask your neighbours, hey guys, save for a home deposit, let me wash your car for $10, or $20, whatever. Walk people's dogs. Look after dogs. Oh my God, do you know how much it costs for doggy daycare? It's ridiculous. Another friend of mine wants to start her own doggy daycare business because it is ridiculous. And but again, you can charge for that as well. You don't have to go to the effort of setting up, businesses, ABNs, bank accounts, whatever. Just start small. So look after your friends' dogs and offer it cheaper than the actual doggy daycare places do. So almost to the end now of the bonuses. So if you're into photography, so again, it's what is your passion? What is your skill set? How can you make money from that on the side? I'm not talking about going into full-scale business because that just gets complicated. If you're into photography, obviously you can photograph your friends' weddings, etc., but you can also sell your photos. Even if you're not the best photographer, you can sell photos of anything. Go to Shutterstock, iStock, Photolio. So when you're a business owner and you need to use pictures, you need to basically buy the rights to use those pictures. All the pictures on my website I've had to purchase. And people will just purchase them over and over and over again. So you give them the rights. And it can be a picture of anything. So obviously, like, my business is Black Sheep Finance. So I search for photos of sheep. So there can be photos of anything. Check it out. They don't have to be, you don't have to be an actual photographer. But have a look at that. So the last one is collect bottles and cans. It's a really simple one, recycling. This is not a massive money spinner, but it's also good for the environment. So just collect all your bottles and cans, cash them in. Or my mum, who's a little bit embarrassing, actually goes down the street and into other people's yards to collect bottles and cans, and that's how she gets some extra cash. So there's heaps and heaps of ways to cut back and also earn extra money. Get creative, but the most important thing is every time you make a decision or a change, you want to put that money in your home deposit account, or you want to increase your direct debit. So hopefully that's been really, really helpful to you guys, and you don't have to do all those strategies, just pick a couple and you'll get your home deposit in no time. So I'll just leave you with this small words for thought, is that an apple is growing or alive on the tree, and if it's on the floor, it's rotting. So in life, you're constantly moving. No one's ever standing still. You're either going behind or you're going forwards. So you need to make sure that you're actually moving forward. What are you doing right now to actually make your home ownership a reality? You've got to take action. And I'm here to help you. So if you want me to help you with the first step, which is identifying exactly how much you need, then give me a call. Hopefully this has been helpful. Thanks guys, have a good day.